Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is your boy Ghosties and I'm back with another banger of a video. In this video I'm going to be talking about some of my most embarrassing stories. And also some stupid ass things I used to do when I was little. So, this first story I'm going to tell you took place before my brain developed a cortex for math and logic. Basically, that's a nerd term for I was too young to actually remember what happened. But basically, my dad and I were hanging out at the strip mall. No, not a strip club. And when I was little, I had a huge head and a tiny body, and many people thought that was cute. So on this day, my dad was pushing me around a store in my stroller, and apparently I had somehow fallen forward to where the front half of me was hanging over the front of the stroller, while my legs were holding me back. Now, of course, because I had such a huge noggin, I couldn't pull myself back up and into the stroller. So apparently I had spent like 15 minutes hanging out the front of my stroller, and my dad never even noticed. That is, until this lady came up to my dad and she says, Sir, your son. And my dad was like, oh yeah, I know, he's cute, isn't he? And then the lady was like, no, your son. And she just points to me, hanging out the front of my stroller by my legs. It was quite embarrassing for my dad and I, but to this day, we still crack up over it. Now, every time I tease my little brother about being a bedwetter, my dad mentions that I was a stair faller. Apparently, I love to take a good tumble down the stairs. Now, I haven't been to the emergency room many times, but one time when I was little, I was hanging out with my mom, and somehow I got away from her and took a tumble down the stairs. Now, of course, my mom was very, very protective of me, so, when this happened, she freaked out, called my dad, and took me to the emergency room. But the good news is, I was completely fine. Or maybe my parents are hiding something from me. And I actually got some brain damage, and that is why I am the way I am. Anyways, this next story takes place right after I was potty trained. And my dad decided that, as a reward, he would take me to the Dinosaur Museum in DC, because at the time we lived in Maryland. So before the drive, my dad asks me if I have to use the bathroom. And of course, I say no. But apparently I really had to go, because not 15 minutes later I looked my dad straight in the eye, and I dropped a giant log straight down my leg. My dad was pissed, and to this day, he does not let me live it down. He also never lets me live down the time when I was 8, and I stood up to go pee, and then I tested the waters on a fart, and I straight up shit my pants. The worst part was, I did this in front of my entire family. Not entire family, but my mom, dad, and brother. Because, those two were trying to help my little brother who was still a baby at the time. The next story is not as embarrassing, but when I was little, my parents said they would buy me the newest Diary of a Wimpy Kid book if I helped my brother become potty trained. And you know what? This motivated me. I really wanted that 8th Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. So when my brother told me he had to use the bathroom, I went in with him. And I showed him how to do it. Now, of course, he did not poop at all on his own little toilet. So being the impatient person I am, I decided that I was going to take my own poopy that I had not flushed yet, and I would pick it up and put it in my brother's baby toilet. So I wrapped my hand in toilet paper and I reached in to grab the turd. But of course, the toilet paper got wet and fell off my hand. So I ended up just barehanding a turd and quickly putting it into my brother's toilet. I then immediately washed my hands and acted like my little brother pooped all by himself. The plan actually worked, and I received payment, and miraculously my brother always pooped in the toilet from then on. Except, this might be the reason why he didn't always poop in the toilet from then on. He would shit his pants. A lot. But anyways, the last story I'm going to tell you took place in the 6th grade. I had gym class last period with a bunch of friends of mine. So like homies, when we would dress out for gym, we would kind of whip each other with clothes and pants each other and shit. But it was very important to note that I wore normal boxer shorts all the way up to the 8th grade. So on this particular day after gym class, I was changing, and we were all pantsing each other, but once the pantsing war calmed down, I was minding my own business. I had put my pants on already, I was changing my shirt, and all of a sudden my friend snuck up behind me, and he pantsed me in front of 5 other dudes. But there was one problem. My friend who pantsed me accidentally grabbed more than just my pants. He also yanked down my boxers, revealing my pink-headed white dragon to these 6 dudes. And thank God nobody took a picture in 6th grade. I still had a baby dragon. Luckily, the people who saw were all my friends, so we all kept it a secret pretty well, and we always just would joke about it, and it was kind of a fun memory now. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. See ya!